Reading Rainbow is made possible by funding from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by a grant from Kellogg's, who reminds you to take time each day for reading.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Hi there! Happy birthday! It's my birthday today, and I'm hoping for lots of cards and maybe even a package or two. Maybe no one even remembered.
Quicksilver Messenger Service at your service, Mr. LeVar Burton.
Yes!
Package for you, sir.
Thank you. Peanut brittle. I can't wait to take... What's this? Looks like a note. Let's see. The secret password today is surprise, so don't just believe your ears and your eyes. Now follow this clue to your nearest bookstore. Go quickly, don't wait, we can't tell you more. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm sure gonna find out.
Can I help you?
Oh, yes, I was supposed to tell you, oh. I'm very sorry. I was just looking for the secret password. Here it is. Surprise. I'm LeVar Burton.
Oh, yes, Mr. Burton. I've been expecting you. Someone left this present for you.
Oh, really?
I hope you enjoy it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Miss Nelson is back. Is that why all these kids look so sad? I wonder where she went.
Miss Nelson is Back by Harry Allard and James Marshall. One Friday, Miss Nelson told her class that she was going to have her tonsils out. "I'll be away next week," she said, "and I expect you to behave." "Yes, Miss Nelson," said the kids in 207. But at recess, it was another story. "Wow," said the kids, "while Miss Nelson is away, we can really act up." "Not so fast," said the big kid from 309. "Haven't you ever heard of Viola Swamp? Miss Swamp is the meanest substitute in the whole world. She's a real witch." "Oh," said Miss Nelson's kids. "I'll just bet you get the swamp." On Monday morning, Miss Nelson's kids were very nervous. Some of them had not slept well all weekend. "If we get the swamp, I'll just die," said one kid. They heard footsteps in the hall. Slowly the knob turned, and the door opened. It was Mr. Blansworth, the principal. Miss Nelson's kids were so relieved, but they soon learned that Mr. Blansworth was not a lot of fun. All morning, Mr. Blansworth tried to amuse the class with his corny card tricks. And for 2 days, Mr. Blansworth showed slides of his goldfish Lucille. While dusting erasers in the schoolyard, 3 of the ringleaders of 207 discussed the situation. We must get rid of Blansworth. And they hatched a plot. After school, they painted and sewed and borrowed some old clothes. The next day, they weren't in class. Mr. Blansworth was about to show the class his collection of ballpoint pens from all over the world when someone came to the door. Slowly, the knob turned, and the door opened. "Oh, look," said the class. "Miss Nelson is back." A tall and lumpy Miss Nelson tottered into the room. Mr. Blansworth was surprised. "Are you sure you're well enough?" said Mr. Blansworth. "She's sure," said the kids. "Well, in that case, I'll be getting back to the office." And he left the room. "Hot dog!" cried the class. "We got rid of Blansworth. Now we can do just as we please." And at the stroke of 10, the kids from 207 left the building. They went straight to the movies where they saw The Monster That Ate Chicago twice. Afterward, they went to Lulu's where they stuffed themselves silly. But soon they made a serious mistake. Heading back to school, they passed Miss Nelson's house. Miss Nelson couldn't believe her eyes. "Those are my kids," she said in a scratchy voice. "What are they doing out of school? And who is that with them?" Miss Nelson telephoned Mr. Blansworth to see what was going on. "You're not Miss Nelson," said Blansworth. "Miss Nelson is back." And he hung up. Said Miss Nelson. "Something will have to be done." And she went to her closet. Back in 207, Miss Nelson's kids were spending an agreeable afternoon. "Oh, we should do this more often," they said. They did not notice the figure out in the hall. Slowly, the knob turned, and the door opened. "My name is Viola Swamp," said the lady in a scratchy voice. "Yipes!" cried the kids. "The swamp!" "That's right," said Miss Swamp. "And I'm here to whip this class into shape. Get back to those desks on the double." The class did as it was told. The big kid from 309 was certainly right. Miss Swamp was a real witch. She knew how to get results. The class did a whole week's work in no time. "We shouldn't have gotten rid of Blansworth," they said. "Pipe down," said the Swamp. "Or—" Just then, something under a desk attracted her attention. It was a mask. "Aha!" said Miss Swamp. "So that's your little game." And she tried on the mask just as Mr. Blansworth stepped into the room. "Miss Nelson," said Blansworth, "I'm of the opinion that someone has been impersonating you." "Uh-oh," whispered the kids. "You don't say," said Miss Swamp. "Probably just some kids acting up. I'm sure it won't happen again." And Mr. Blansworth left. "And it won't, will it?" said Miss Swamp to the class. "Because the swamp will be watching." A minute later, Miss Nelson appeared. "I'm back," she said. "Hot dog!" cried the kids. "Are we glad to see you!" "Didn't you have fun with Mr. Blansworth?" asked Miss Nelson. said the kids. They decided not to mention Miss Viola Swamp. But they wondered why Miss Nelson hadn't seen her in the hall.
You can't tell a book by its cover. And you can't tell everything about a person just by what's on the surface. I mean, who would think that Miss Nelson could turn into Viola Swamp whenever she wanted to keep her second grade class out of mischief? Or who would imagine that Clark Kent is really Superman? Sometimes it's great to put on a disguise, to be somebody else for a while. That's why I love being an actor. Makeup and disguise are a part of my job. And one of the most amazing makeup sessions I ever had was with Tom Berman, one of Hollywood's most talented masters of illusion and disguise. Right before my very eyes, he turned me into this... a watch.
Well, this makeup won't hurt a bit. This is the cast from the impression we took the other day of your face. From this cast, we sculpted the makeup. We did that with dental impression material, the same material they take teeth impressions when you go to the dentist.
Okay. I think I'm ready. You ready?
Great.
Okay.
First thing we're going to do is put a ball cap on. That will cover LeVar's head, giving the appearance of being bald. This is spirit gum. This is the adhesive that we use to actually attach or glue something to the skin. The first piece we're going to start with will be the chin. Rather than do a full face, what we're doing is individual pieces, and these pieces overlap and they puzzle together to make a complete makeup. The makeup like this would normally take a total of 5 hours, 6 hours if you're going to do this for a feature film, especially if the makeup had to last maybe 20 hours in a day, which you very often end up working that many hours. One of the things I get to do that makes this job so fortunate is I get to use my imagination. I get to look in books. I get to go to the library and find books and research and decide how I'm going to design this particular makeup. And it's a lot of fun. And I learn an awful lot. Voila.
You done?
Yeah,
Can I see?
sure. Let me get the mirror.
Oh. Oh. I like it. He's terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much. I was just sitting and thinking how, for most actors, time in a makeup chair is always real reflective time. And just as Tom was about to be finished, I was real excited about looking at my face in a totally different way. I had a lot of time while he was applying the different pieces to sit and think about what I was going to look like and what the character would turn out to be. And now that I see him, it's like nothing I ever could have imagined myself.
Well, we got the final touch. Want to see what that looks like?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go for it.
Wonderful. Yes. Thank you, Tom. Now I know what it feels like to be transformed into another person. I think I like it. Yes. That's why I know LeVar enjoys being an actor. He can use disguise to become anyone or anything. Yes. Just like the characters in Miss Nelson is Back. And you can become anyone or travel anywhere if you like. All you need is a good book. So if you're into a good adventure and you want to read about something,
Well, here are some other books you might enjoy. But you don't have to take my word for it. No.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sharita Garrett, and I'm here to tell you about a great book. And it's called Daddy is a Monster Sometimes, and it's just marvelous. The characters are Marilla, Jeffrica, and her brother and her dad. This book says children don't understand their parents as much as they should. My favorite person is Marilla because she really talks about how she feels about her father. No matter how she feels, she's always gonna love him. Everybody out there, listen to me. I think you should read this book because it's about a mean, old, hairy old father that's nice, too.
You like to go to fairs, play games, and dress up in costumes? Well, I just read a book about a boy who wanted to go to carnival, but he couldn't because he was too poor to afford a costume. Hi, my name is Scott Bartholomew, and I read a book called Harlequin and the Gift of Many Colors. Harlequin wants to go to carnival, but he doesn't have a costume, so his friends decide to give him pieces of material from their own costumes. I like the pictures because you can read the story just by looking at the pictures. I like this story because it's about real people and it could have really happened. And do you think I'd kid you?
Do you have someone really special in your life? I do. That's why I particularly enjoyed a book called Grandmama's Joy. Hello, my name is Heather Jenkins. Grandmama's Joy is a book about a little girl named Rondi and her grandmama. Grandmama always called Rondi her little joy because she made her feel so good. I especially like the illustrations in this book because they go along so well with the story. They are so realistic, they look just like photographs. I think you kids out there should read this book so you understand that your parents and family need you just as much as you need them.
Mr. Burton,
Yes?
these are for you.
They are, but
It's a mystery to me.
I don't get it. But what a great mystery. I mean, somebody's definitely playing a terrific practical joke on me. And here's another present. The upside-down riddle book. While I try to figure this riddle out, why don't you have some fun too? Why don't we turn the tables upside down and give you something to puzzle over? Round as a penny, flat as a chip, 2 pairs of eyes and can't see a bit. What am I? A button. I am long and slim with only 1 eye. Where light is dim, I can have a sharp bite. But please don't tremble, for you'll be all right if you use a thimble and have keen eyesight. What am I? A needle. Next to my cousins, I'm short and stout. Red within, nail faced out. If this riddle you don't understand, I'll have you know the answer's at hand. What am I? A thumb. If you want to stump your friends with more riddles like these, you'll find them in the Upside Down Riddle Book by Lewis Phillips and Bo Gardner. Oh, hey, what's this? Another clue. Where should you go, what should you do to find your next clue burst a circle of blue? A circle of blue. Well, here's one. Let's see. Be at Maloney's at 2:30, where a man and his kin are waiting for you. Maloney's. That must mean Maloney's department store. 2:30, I'd better hurry, I'll be late. Wow, it's exactly 2:30 and I don't see a man or his kin. I don't see anybody. I hope this isn't a wild goose chase instead of a treasure hunt. I get it. Man plus kin equals mannequin. Thank you. The time has come for you to go to see a special magic show. Blackstone is waiting there for you, and the tickets here are good for two. I love magic shows, and Blackstone's one of my favorite magicians. Hey, I've got an extra ticket here. Why don't you come join me?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the foremost magician in America, Harry Blackstone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Here's something I'm sure some of you have seen before, but if not, I invite you to watch and watch carefully. It has to do with a bird in a cage. Now, for this, I'd like to invite some of the people in the audience. How about some 4 or 5 of you young people coming up and helping me out? LeVar, would you help also? Young lady over there, both of you? Because I'm going to make this canary disappear right from the tips of my fingers, and you'll not see where it goes. Would you mind putting one of your hands, dear, on the side of the cage? That's the side. And your hand on the other side. You have a hand you're not using? On the back of the cage. And your hand on the top of the cage. No, put the clean hand up there. That's better. And your hand on the bottom of the cage. And your other hand on the front of the cage. Your other hand on the side of the cage. Yours on the top, yours on the bottom, yours on the front. No, the bottom. That's it. No, switch hands, Gina. You won't be all out of shape. That's the way it goes. Thank you very much. Watch your step as you go down. Whoop, careful. Don't run off. Don't run off. Oh, we have something special for you. Do you believe in illusion?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Do you believe in hypnosis?
Yes.
All right, I'd like you to sit down. I'll hypnotize you. And I'll do so in a manner like that. Now, even though you may not think you're hypnotized, you in fact are hypnotized. And while hypnotized, an individual is capable then of becoming totally weightless and then capable of rising high into the sky. In fact, I want you to assume the supine position. That's prone, only face up. And I'll have you rise high into... Oh, I didn't notice all those hot lights overhead. Perhaps I'd better place this across your midsection to preclude your floating up too high too quickly. Now place your hands in the middle of your chest, one on top of the other, and leave them in that position so that later we'll know where to put the lily. Are you comfortable? Good. Then apparently he doesn't understand what's about to happen. A solid steel surgical saw. Would you be careful and touch that? You'll see that it's quite sharp. There. Ooh, I'm terribly sorry. Cut your thumb. Ah, but notice he's not bleeding because he was hypnotized. If they believe that one, we got him. Now, to demonstrate that this is indeed a solid steel saw, I have several wooden pegs here at the front and at the back of this bracket. In order to demonstrate that it indeed is a solid and sharp steel saw, I'll cut through these wooden pegs, the front ones and the back ones at the same time, as well as anything in between. Now, if there is anybody here that cannot stand the sight of blood, please cover your eyes. Now, as we can... Not you. You put your hands up here. In other words, your right hand there, your left hand there, and get a good grip on yourself, because I'm going to cut all the way down through. A little sawing music, if you please. All the way down through the peg's front, and there. That. All the way down through front and back, each one of them cut in half. Ladies and gentlemen, a young gentleman cut in half right before your eyes. How about that? And now, all the way through the body in a manner like that. However, even though you may not believe he's been cut in half, some that are skeptical will be, of course, convinced. Move the hands, show them that the hands can move. But try as he will, he cannot move his feet. Try, please try. Notice the feet are not moving until we put him back together again, like that. Now, the feet can move. Now, see how well it does? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I put you back together before I removed the blade. That means, of course, now that the blade is all the way under. Can you sit up? Can you sit straight up? Sit straight up, because you see the solid steel blade all the way through. Assume the New York position, if you would. There, and a solid steel blade all the way through his body. Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen somebody cut in half and restored. How about that? Stand right up and take your well-deserved round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for watching our bit of illusion.
I love to hang out in the theater after the show is over. And what a great magician. You know, there are so many different kinds of illusions, from magic tricks and makeup to costumes and other disguises. And they all work best when you think that seeing is believing, even though you know you can't quite believe your eyes. Watch this. Miss Nelson and her second grade class knew how to use masks and costumes to make people appear and disappear in room 207, just like that. You can too. Here's how. No idea how Mr. Blackstone sawed me in half, or how he made that birdcage disappear. But you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want all the mystery and magic explained away. Wow, Mr. Blackstone, you are one great magician.
Well, thank you, LeVar. You are a great assistant.
Well, thank you,
And
sir.
something special for you.
Wow, what's this?
One more trick before you read. I will disappear. I will indeed.
Well, we hope you enjoyed your treasure hunt, but now we give you one last stunt. Go back to the bookstore as fast as you can. Go back to the bookstore where you began. Well, okay. Yes?
Well, happy birthday!
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear LeVar. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Ooh, a cake. A cake. Yeah. Okay, you ready? Ready?
Funding for Reading Rainbow is made possible by a grant from Kellogg's, who urges you to explore the joys of reading. Funding for the series was also provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.